Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm Sarah. On today's video, we are going to be learning how to create a customized bra cup. If that's something you're interested in, come with me and let's get started. Also, do not forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thank you. Here we have a pattern I already created for this. If you want to see the full pattern creation, I think you're going to see it after this video or before it, so look out for that. And here we have a wording. You can go ahead and use a softer kind of wording or a stronger kind of wording. Here I'm using the softer kind to create what I need to create. So right here I'm just placing my pattern on the wording and cutting according to the size. I'm not adding half inch or anything, and it's important to use your pin to hold this down so it doesn't move as much and it stays in place. I'm going to repeat the same action for both sides of the cup. Literally speaking, this is just one part of the cup, but yeah, this is two different parts. Now I'm going to go ahead to use my marker to actually mark out where we have the midpoint, so where the two bra cups come together. And I'm also going to repeat this same action on another wording. I don't know what it's called for you, but for me it's called wording. That's what I've known it to be, so that's what I'm going to continue to call it. So basically you continue with the bra cup and you place it on another wording. This time around you're going to place both parts that are gumming together. So this wording has a part that gums and it has a part that doesn't. So you want to make sure that the parts that gum are facing each other. And the reason why we're cutting another part of it is not for the other part of the breast. This is because we're going to be doubling this to create one big cup. And now that we're done doing that, I'm also going to use my marker again to mark out where the center is for the other side so I don't miss it. After doing that, I'm going to repeat the same action on another wording, cut 4, which is going to in turn be 1. And I'm going to be using my hemming gum to make sure that this stays in place. So what I'm going to do is the big side to the big side together with the gummy parts meeting each other, and then the small side to the small side with the gummy parts meeting each other. And then I'm going to add my hemming gum as like a layer of butter, so when I go to iron it will just grab it and give it much more strength to stay together than apart. So here we've done that now, and I'm going to be using a zigzag method to put this together. But if you do not have a zigzag machine, this is another way you can go about it. Just giving an example, you can go ahead and iron another set of wording onto this one, and then go ahead to measure out or mark out half an inch on both sides. From the midpoint, go ahead and mark out half an inch on both sides, and then you go ahead to cut. Notice how with my tape I'm not going around this, I'm just going from the midpoint half an inch on both sides. That way when you go ahead and cut, because I'm not going to be cutting this, but when you go ahead to cut, you have half an inch on both sides of the middle point, and then you can go ahead and sandwich this and sew. And when you're sewing, you want to go ahead and sew only on the parts that have the half an inch wording there. You don't want to sew on top of the bra cup itself. You want to go ahead and sew. That's why I'm touching this. I need you to understand what I'm saying. So when you're done sewing with half an inch, you're going to finally have your bra cup in place. But since I'm not going to be using that, I'm going to go ahead and do the zigzag method. And in order for me to do the zigzag method, I'm going to be going ahead to hold this together so they can be tight enough for the zigzag to catch both sides and give it a really nice finish. This is what we have when we're done. I've already gone ahead to iron one side of it. I don't know if you're going to notice, but I've already gone ahead to iron just one side of it, and it's the left side. So I already went ahead to iron the left side. I already went ahead to basically mold the left side, and here I'm just showing you what I did. So I went ahead to use my tailor's hem, and I'm just going to go ahead and iron, basically molding it into a proper cup. I've done that now, and this is what they look like. You can see how much more uppity and fluffy it is. So when we're done with that, you're going to go ahead and get your cloth, whether it's a corset that you're doing. For me here, I'm actually making a corset, and I needed a bra cup, and I needed something that would fit me perfectly, and I decided to make mine. So here I'm just going to go ahead and put this down. Leave half an inch at the top part because you're going to be using that to turn your lining over. So I'm just leaving half an inch and then using my pins to hold this down in place. And you can see already how that part just comes up on its own. So I'm going to repeat the same action on this part, and of course we're going to go ahead again and get our hemming gum, because that is like a very important part of this. So we get a hemming gum, and I'm just going to go ahead and remove just one part of the pin, and I'll just go ahead and stuff as much hemming gum as possible on the sides, the bottom, the top, just places that you know that need to be like put. After pinning it down, I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same action on the other side, and I'm also going to go ahead and iron this so it stays in place. I'm going to use my tailor's hem to give it shape. I'm done here now doing everything I'm supposed to do, and this is what it looks like. This is very perfect. When I tried it on myself, I really loved the fit because it really gave me that fit that I needed. This is everything, y'all. I hope you get to try this out for yourself. I hope you love the process of making yours as much as I loved the process of making mine, and I hope yours turns out as wonderful as mine did. With that being said, y'all, please do not forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when I post a new video. Don't forget to love yourself because I love you, and have a beautiful day or night, whichever it is you live for. Bye.